Get up, get up. Hey. Show that progress, let them see it working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Get up, put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Alarm go off, gotta rise from the bed. Dreams don't move if they stay in your head. Feet hit the floor, mind on the mission. Small steps stack when you trust repetition. Some days green, some days red. Still gotta learn what the last move said. Can't skip rules just to chase that feeling. Strong foundation, put cracks in the ceiling. Show your work, let the progress talk. Step by step, let the whole thing walk. If you fall, get facts from the fall. Take that lesson and answer the call. No shame in being wrong. If you grow, no gain in moving fast with no control. Plan in your hand, eyes on the way. Patience gets paid when discipline. Get up, put the work in. Show that progress, let them see it working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Get up, put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Pressure get loud, but the plan stay quiet. Everybody talks, only few really try. You want results, gotta build that range. Can't feel lost if you came here to change. Write it down, mark the reason. Strike the work through every season. If it don't hit, then review that choice. Clean up the noise, then sharpen your voice. Stack good habits like blocks in a wall. 1 week rule can't shake it all. So stay on script when emotions arise. Truth shows up when you analyze. No magic trick, no lucky lane. Just sweat, but focus, lesson pain. Then one day they see what you made. Not from guessing, from the work you laid.
Lock in when it's boring. Lock in when it's slow.
Lock in.
Lock in when nobody sees.
That's how progress shows.
Learn from the mistakes.
Build from the sky. Follow the rules. Raise the bar. Get up, put the work in. Show that progress, let them see you working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Get up, put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Lock in. Show work. Learn more. Follow rules. Stay ready. Put the work in.
Hello, Mike. There we go. Alrighty. Did an update of my system and everything. Got my mic up now. Let's turn the volume down a little bit here. Alright. Hello. Good morning, good morning. Now we'll start over again. How are y'all doing out there? I'm glad I was able to see that I didn't have my mic on. Good morning to everybody out there. It's good to see everybody. Make sure y'all hit the like button and the subscribe, share it out there. See what we can get into today. Yesterday was my birthday, and everything. Didn't do too well at the very beginning of the day, but I had a great ending to my day and everything with my family and all the rest of that, and that's what really matters. So let's get in here to the charts. So as I was strolling the market and everything before the stream, I was a little late to the party, but I did get into this trade on hype that I am in right now. So what I was seeing was we had a W pattern here. Let me get rid of this. So we had a W pattern that is right here, and we broke the W pattern and broke bullish. So then what I did was I pulled our fib from the bottom to the top there, and we hit the 236 with the jump, with the bounce. So I took the long right about where the break was at, where I found it. We're up 3% right now. So we'll see if that was a good move to kind of jump in. It kind of looks like it, honestly. Um, Alexo's indicator were telling us not to long it. The other indicators, your MVP oscillator is kind of at the top. But that in a bullish market sentiment, that it doesn't matter as much. It does. It tells you to watch and everything else, but in a bullish sentiment, these indicators, especially on this low of a time frame, can literally just ride at the top for some time frame if you get really bullish. And a break, a 236, and then a break up is normally quite bullish. We're up almost 6% now. On our hype trade here. So it would be nice to have this run. So let's see where we're at. We could be right at the top of the range. We are, when we back out, we are right at the top of this previous range from July 26th. No, July 26th. July 12th, sorry. July 12th of 26. There we go. But what I am truly targeting is up here at $70.29. And then if we can get up there, you have your bearish order block at $75 that comes from all the way back over here at this top back in June 17th or so on hype. So we could be kind of right at the top of it here. Now kind of zoom out a little bit, but just kind of was hoping and seeing that break for the 236 up. We were up 5%. It could come back down. But this just looks bullish. If you look at this structure that you have here, you had a double bottom, you had a breakout, then you had a retest and a bullish go, then a retest, bullish go, retest, bullish go, retest, bullish go. That's called up only trading. And if you have a 236, hold and follow on when you're on a up only trading, that's one of the aggressive moves. If your market wants to be aggressive, to try to get in at the 236, obviously it's better to get in at the 236 and ride it than kind of where I got in, which was kind of on this candle here. Let's see, what was my entry? It was 68.1. So yeah, 68.12. Yeah, somewhere around here was our entry. About halfway up this candle or so. But I do believe this was, this is a bullish break. Here is your horizontal ray. I do believe this is a bullish break out of this area. Let's get this to be at the top there. So we did bullish break out of it. This candle seems to want to give us some volume here, for sure. We want to make sure that we stay above this as well. You have this here. You're already down below the 236. You wouldn't want to come back below 68, that's for sure. What is this? 67.99. Basically my entry, or like 10 cents below my entry. You wouldn't want to come down too far below that, or if, other than maybe a jump right there. But that's we should still have some momentum, I do believe, here. We are at the top of the range on Alex O's deal here, but we are on the 5-minute chart, not the 3-minute. So let's go into the 5-minute. Yeah, see, this here is saying don't long it. I did. We are kind of curving here. See if we can't retest that and go. I'm not liking it at this point. I'm not liking it. Once I pressed the button, I was like, damn it, I was too late. I should have waited. Because if you get it the from the tap, that's almost a 0.5% or a little over a 0.5%. That's a good trade to be able to exit. You can make $20-$30 on that. But entry at the top. I was trying to take the breakout trade, waiting for it to break out, but I took the breakout and not the confirmation with the retest. That's what I should have waited for if I wanted to take the breakout trade. Then one should have the set breakout, have the retest, then you enter the long. So we'll see. All right, so we can take a look at a couple other things and let this hype trade run over here on the side so we can take a look at a couple other things. So let's look at some of the pre-market that we've got going on here. So Tesla is going to be currently is up 0.2%. Netflix is currently pre-market up 0.4% or so. Apple is where? Oh, Apple is up. Apple is up currently a little over a 0.5%. Let's see where the ES is. ES is breaking through the VWAP right now. That's bullish. See if we can't go. Alex O's indicator says don't long the ES. The ES either. Dangerous, but with VWAP, bullish through VWAP, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes on this candle, for us to bullishly take the VWAP here. Let's see. That's down. No bullish divergence there. This is from here up and from here down. That would be bullish divergence there. And then we're up from there. Money flow is green now. Volume is falling though. With the volume coming down like this, that's not normally very good. But we'll see. That's bullish for this 1.5 minutes. If we can get close above the VWAP here in the next 1.5 minutes, that could be potentially bullish for Bitcoin. Let's see, Bitcoin 64. We were kind of looking for. I was looking for a short, but I really don't. I'm conflicted on taking a short on Bitcoin today before market open and data and other things there. But we did come up to a very particular range up here. And this would have been better to take it if we took it all the way like at 65.6 and SFP'd. That would have been nice to have a comeback down here, but this is a good retracement zone for us to get into and look for shorts and then kind of deal. So we kind of broke our up structure, I do believe here, because this was higher low, higher high, lower high. Here's lower high, break structured this way. It wasn't really an SFP though, because it just kind of think and then came back down. That's why I wasn't that's why I was more hesitant on the short. Now if we would have came back up and like closed an SFP with below all of this, I definitely would have been looking more at a short, but I could be wrong. We are under VWAP. We do have multiple golden pockets that I have pulled from the different areas, whether it be from this go, the local low. That's your three different golden pockets that I have on my chart here. So it could be a down day. We could have bad PPI data, and that could Bart Simpson this, essentially kind of what we kind of did here, honestly. That could be the short that I should have been looking for, that, you know, we came up, we have Bart Simpson here. Here's the ears. So you want to trade the ears. So it comes down. This would be a good ears to long out of as well. This would have been a good short to get into to ride down. But execution is the key. That is the name of the game, and you can always go back and chart things as they have already occurred and say this is what they should, this is what they did. Look, see? But watching them and seeing what they do in real time, that's not good there. I can say that much. Rejecting off of the VWAP there. Not a good deal. We could be coming back down here after this was, you know, the break a structure here, your retest trying to get up, failure, coming down. Turn some music on. I always forget to turn it back on after the intro. Come on, hype, let's go. Not down. I don't want you to go down. I want you to go up. Let's see. What are our indicators looking like on our hype trade? I don't like the spoon up there. The spoon says you should have shorted, you dumbass. That was the short, according to Alex O's indicator. But we are still bullish on our money flow, and we are at the bottom for that part. I did say I didn't want it to break that, and it's already broken that. I don't want to get out of the trade, but I also don't want to ride the stupid trade either, because we are above the VWAP, we're above the first level deviation. Spoon, I'm not liking the spoon. Let's see. Bitcoin going down, is that what it is? ES, let's see. ES did not hold. Yeah, ES didn't hold. Bitcoin falling. That's a VWAP tap short. 1, 2, 3 here. That's a perfect short there. I'm going to close this and we're going to short Bitcoin. Close this. Going to come over to the biddy. I think we should be looking to short biddy here. Short biddy. Top. Yes. I don't want to just jump into another trade because I want to, but this looks like the top. You break a structure because this was the low. You closed below it, came back up. What is, hold on, delete all this stuff. Let's see. What is our fib from here to here? Not quite, didn't quite get the golden pocket. That would have been great to grab the golden pocket and try to come down. You do have a bearish divergence. You have the yellow dot. Bearish divergence, yellow dot, blood diamond, bearish divergence on, no, not bearish divergence here. You're rolling over on the MVP oscillator. That was a good short there at the VWAP tap. If we went, I think, you know, because we're at the top, like I said, we were Bart Simpsoning, yada yada yada. Come down, you have your value area, your POC of the range. We broke above it, deviated, come back down. So you could come all the way back down to your last one down here at 60,000. Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. I think we did it. We'll see. All right, so now let's set our stop above VWAP, because if we go above VWAP, then that the thesis of this trade of being a VWAP slap and go down goes away. So our 64,750. 64,750. All right, so we are in that trade over here. $64,750. That's our stop loss is here. And our target is the ears. Remember what this golden 63,442 was. Where did I put that on the chart for? Why is that on the chart? I didn't put that there. And I can't select it. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. 5 minutes. How are y'all doing out there? I'm glad y'all are here with me, watching me, laughing at me, cheering me on, doing whatevers. But I definitely see the Bart Simpson. I definitely see the Bart Simpson here. And the VWAP tap here, bearish divergence, VWAP tap. Would have been better if that would have been able to happen up here in the golden pocket, but it did not. definitely up a little bit on our trade. But that looked like a good entry VWAP tap because of how it tapped it. You know, doo-doo. It didn't really tap it if you zoom all the way in, but you know, hey, close damn enough. Close enough in my opinion, but you know, we could be wrong. We've been wrong quite a bit this week, honestly. I was looking for shorts yesterday and should have been looking for longs. It's all right. I definitely didn't think the CPI data was going to come in that bullish. That was definitely interesting for it to come in that bullish. And if that came in that bullish, my thought was that the PPI would come in that bullish. But also at the same time, kind of think that the PPI might come in bearish to humble pie everybody as well. Because the, you know, markets generally don't just let people, you know, get away with trades like this, where there was all of these people that were able to get into these longs here. There was people that entered here. These people may be safe, but probably not. These people are less safe that entered here. And then the people that entered all like here, these are really unsafe longs. This could easily come back and grab this before it goes. And this is the ears of that Bart Simpson pattern that we were kind of talking about. We can delete that because we don't need that. That's the ears, you know, here. This is definitely the target. This golden pocket. This would be my trade that I have set up here. It would be something like that. Something like that. Could be a lot less. Could be like that or so. But I think we have... Our entry was lower. I think it's something like that. What our trade is kind of like today. And you know, we're targeting the middle golden pocket here for this range here. But if we get going back down, it could be just a free fall back down. We could have war implications. We could have all kinds of things, or PPI could come in great and we could come and, you know, instantly attack higher ranges. Because we do have, you know, targets that are up here, you know, up this direction. See, you have targets that are up here at 71 to 76 up in this range, breaking you out of this range. Finally, we are at the top of this value area that we have down here. And typically I don't think we're ready to break out yet. I think we need to test this because we still haven't tested this. This is all liquidity. Every bit of this is liquidity that the market should take, create structure, and then go. That is what we really should be looking for, honestly. So, I am in my short. We are positive. We're waiting for it to produce, kind of deal here. So, I don't think we have data today.
Transmission terminated.
So one thing I did want to show y'all as my bookmarks over here. So want to show y'all Cardano, you know, stuff like that. So the Van Rosen hard fork was ratified on July 13th. The Van Rosen hard fork will be enacted on July 18th. at 21:44:51 seconds UTC, and the certain slot on the blockchain. And if you do operate any dApps or anything else on the Cardano blockchain, you do need to update, make sure all of your infrastructure and everything is updated to the most recent version, so that your item and dApp and everything else doesn't break when this hard fork goes through on July 18th. So we did hit our special. We're above. We should be looking for, yeah, I think the buy at 63.5 is where I'm looking to short to there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to get an Alexo's Discord so you know what I'm talking about. C. A lot of C. Zooming in, apparently I was way zoomed out. Lower. I still think the VWAP tap. Oh wait, there we go. I still think the VWAP tap short after you aggressively broke through it. Reclaim tap short. We are at the bottom. This is bullish here on his indicator. That should spoon us here when that candle closes. And I could be wrong. The PPI data could come out and we could freaking see like 70,000. Who the hell knows? But that's why you set your stop losses, and that's what you agree to lose if that does occur. So, all right, while we're doing this, let's go over here and take a look at the vaults. Ooh, buddy, we had 154%. Ooh, buddy, 154% now. So, if you want to get your ability to earn that 154%, it is variable. It changes as we're sitting here looking at it. It will change because you are providing on-chain liquidity to a market maker bot that is developed by an ex-Quant member that came over to Strike Finance and created the market maker bot for us to be able to trade our perpetuals on this app. And if you want to be the house, to own the house money, you can provide your liquidity to the Strike liquidity provider pool. And for you to be able to do that, you don't have to have stables on Cardano. You don't have to even have a Cardano wallet. You could not even like Cardano, honestly. You can use your Solana wallet, your EVM wallet, or your Cardano wallet. You can deposit Solana stables, EVM stables, Cardano stables, Aave LP. You can deposit IUSD. I'm gonna make a video on the IUSD from Indigo and everything there. So it'd be real interesting on that one. I'm gonna make a deal. I think I've got about 3,500 ADA. I'm gonna take and put into take a position out on Indigo and get some IUSD and go and provide it to the Strike liquidity provider there. And that's essentially a long on ADA versus the dollar. So as ADA goes up, say, you know, we're at the bottom here at 15, 16 cents or whatever kind of deal, and we can, you know, get out to 50 cents or other things like that, then I will be able to claim more IUSD on my same collateral and be able to provide more and more liquidity to the Strike liquidity provider pool that is earning me more and more stablecoin as well. Obviously, you can have a downturn in the market, and if the downturn happens and your Indigo position gets liquidated, you still have the stable coins in your vault that could continue making your money for you. So it's kind of a hedge bet that I'm looking at. I'm trying to figure out if I want to get in now, if I want to wait just a tad bit for that type of position. But at the same time, the Strike has their essentially an insurance on their liquidity as well. So if you provide, liquidity to the vault, you keep it in there for at least 90 days, and then you want to remove your liquidity, and your liquidity that you are going to get back is less than whatever you did actually put in, then they will actually compensate you the other side. It's interesting. I don't see that anybody's needed to do that. We're all up in the profits and everything. So let's see, all-time P&L realized $125,000, $126,000. We're up to 15.68. Our value is $161. I do believe we deposited like I think we've deposited 145 is what we deposited. Whatever 161 minus 1560. Yeah, that math there. So what I was talking about here, Strike covers any losses in the vault for a full year, up to $2 million total, hold for 3 months to qualify. So that was one deal here. So I don't want to leave the deal. So, but we're 154% with a 30-day return of almost 12.69. Total TVL almost 1.4. We're at 1.359. 1.35994. My short is red now. Let's see. Are we gonna break out of that? I don't like that either. Money flow curve. 630. There's the tap though. Let's see. We'll see. It sure looks like it when you look at this, but you know what? When you think you know something, it is what it is. But from what I know, most of the market thinks that the market's just going up now because we bottomed, we're done, yay! Humble pie. Humble pie. This is a giant area where price just went right through it. There is too many people that got long in that area for the global market makers to allow this many people to stay in profit. Too fast, too many. Too fast, too many. All in this area. Going to come back. This is the biggest bullish golden pocket in my opinion. There. So, good morning, good morning. Stable inflows to still trying to come in to the market. Yeah, I have definitely noticed the stable inflows coming in, that the X deal that I have that like lets me know when lots of movement comes across. What the hell is that called? The whale alert. There's been a lot less of them for sure. Last one was 812 Bitcoin, Coinbase to unknown wallet. That's exiting the exchange. That's good. 955 came into from an unknown wallet to Coinbase, so that's actually less Bitcoin. It's interesting. And then it was like 9 hours ago when 250 million USDC was printed. So. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for the comment down there. Interaction is appreciated. All right, let's see. What do we do? What do we do? We did not stop there. We did not. All right. Our stop is set. 64,750 is our stop. Something like this. 64,750. Yeah, that's basically the VWAP. I got 20 minutes left on the stream, so reaction. We're just in a chop zone, I think. It would be really nice for that to be a good entry. And PPI data to come in, shock everybody, and the whole market just freaks the hell out and sells it all the way back down. It would be nice, right? You know, to be in the right way of that trade. But, you know, hey. You never know, because I definitely thought that the data for yesterday was not going to be good, along with like the war stuff and everything that's going on. And it's almost like we don't care about the war stuff in the market anymore. It's like we didn't been slapped with it like 15 times. So when somebody says some shit now, we don't really give a damn too much. It may move like during the actual market timeframes for the New York Stock Exchange. But beyond that, you know, it doesn't seem to care, anymore. It's pretty interesting, actually, to see how fast the, market participants, move past news, and everything. But my thesis was that this was the break of the value area. Your drop down. This looks like a Bart Simpson to me. Came up in here. We traded too much. This is too much of Chop City. And if you look at the way the Chop City did occur. So we came up, came down, chop, 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 pop, all the way retraced below the low. So this low came back below this one. Then they chop sent you above this high. And then immediately came all the way back down below that low. Then this high did not get above this high, so this is a lower high. So we start lower low, lower high, down. That's the way I see it. And down may not be down forever. Just down could be down, and down should be down below this range. And you look at your Fibonacci's that you have here. This is the golden pocket from I think from here. No, from here. This one is your golden pocket from this low to this high. This golden pocket is from the reaction up, and this golden pocket is from the low to the high. 618 to 786. That's what these three gold boxes with green interior, because we're looking for bullish reaction off of these three zones. The red box is looking for bearish reaction off of these zones, which we had bearish reaction all three times that we tried to come up into this. This is also a 3 drives. So you have this as being 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drive, down. Kind of how what I have thought and why I took the short when I looked at that. News can come in and obviously say F you to your thought pattern. You could be trying to run it too tight of a stop as well. But once we had this bearish, we started the downtrend. We haven't broke that trend. This was very aggressive down through the VWAP here. Then the VWAP retest was a wick off of it, and that's when I said we should short. I was a little slow, so I didn't grab it until about right here. So we are negative in our trade again, y'all. But I don't, if we come up through the VWAP, we could just be, you know, moving around again, but that would be a bullish break from this zone. You know, if we have this bullish break that happens. That was bullish divergence here. If you're just a divergence trader, that was, but then all that says is come back to your local high, which is right up in here, and then you could fall again, you know, especially if this comes up, your RSI comes up again and your price doesn't come up above the VWAP, then that's another bearish divergence on like a 3 minute, and then you come back down again. I actually have my stop up here. That's where my stop is. Woo. Woo. Tired, man. It's a grind to get up and do this every day. Try to get better at this and come and talk to y'all, hang out, and then go to work and grind all day at work and come back and do continuing education credits to keep your certification, to keep doing your in real life job and everything else. Yeah, it's definitely a grind, man. Yeah, I salute everybody that does this every day, for sure. It is not easy to get up and talk to a computer screen. I definitely know I can do a damn better job at it. I can tell you that much. Could do a better job at trading as well, you know, actually win the trades and see the market properly. But you know, hey, there's bullish divergence that it just called actually here on the chart on the RSI from Chart Prime. Gold dot here. So, yeah, in this area. We're definitely in a chop zone, that's for damn sure. Almost no movement. What's the VIX at? 16? Not horrible, but it's definitely not back up here in the 1750 area. You know, we were down 15. This is almost no volatility. Then there's a big jump in the VIX. Can't trade the VIX, but is something that you have a chart. All right, so let's do some TA on ADA to fill some time here. I'm kind of bullish on it, honestly. You know, if you look at how this was capitulation here, capitulation, then you found a range, you traded, you broke down, created a bullish divergence, range, broke out, and you made a higher high. Now you have come down to a golden pocket, came up, making a higher low. That suggests momentum out. But the key will be, how do we get out? Is this the moment? I kind of see We are here. We broke in. We're here. This should be the reset. You should maybe come in and sweep this area, cause a bullish divergence, and then go. So we may not be completely ready to go yet. So it would be interesting to see how that plays out. But we are, in my opinion, looking positive. We did need to flip this zone. When we came in, we did flip it. We came in and held it as it was support. We came up and came straight through that. And we have retested it again and failed. And we are currently tap it as resistance. The more times you tap it, the better chance you have to get in the door. You know, the more times you knock on the door, as long as somebody's home, the more possibility of them opening the door because you done beat on their door so much. So, you know, that's a thought pattern there. But just to, you know, if Bitcoin decides to shit the bed again and actually go down to the 47 or whatever type of deal, then you definitely will have ADA down here in the 12, 10, 9, 8 cents range. If Bitcoin sees 47 or 43,000, this is not the bottom for Cardano. This is not the bottom for any of the altcoin assets that are out there if Bitcoin drops that much. So if Bitcoin is going to see if Bitcoin is going to see 47, that is a drop from current price 30%. That's a 30% drop. If we have a 30% drop, that's that. And if we have 43, that's almost a 35% drop, depending on if I pulled it from where it needs to be and other things like that. So just it's out there. You know, we could come back. There's a lot of people saying this could come back to the 72, 70, you know, 72, 75 zone, come down into the 50s. And this could be this from here to here could be violent. From you know, your 58 to 50 could be a violent wick. And if this happens, this will get rid of so many people. So many people will just be like, no, F this. And once so many people say F this, then they can start coming back up. We'll see. I think we're on an accelerated 4-year cycle kind of deal now. Personally, I think there's too many people that know about the 4-year cycle, so there are people that want to front run it. So we are front running it by a month or two. And it's not a 4-year cycle. It's like a 3-year, 10-month cycle or whatever the hell it is. So pretty interesting there, but that's why I have a Bitcoin miner. It runs, it's always making me Bitcoin. It's making me Bitcoin every single day. So if you want to actually own a Bitcoin miner as well, you can contact me in a DM or other things like that. I can get you connected with miners running in Houston with like a 5 cent energy rate on it, or so, something like that. So it's pretty cool setup too, man. If you ask me, he's got a lot of cool shit going on there. My short is in the red. So it's not liking me right now. Oh, that's not the button I need to push. I need to do that. It's not liking me right now. It has broken out, but that is a bearish divergence right now. And you are red on Alex O's 3-minute. This is normally going to come back down. This is bearish if we stop there. MVP oscillator is still on the way up. Money flow is still green. What's going on? Good morning, or good evening, or whatever. Yes, CEs do suck, especially when they're done by a monotonous person that likes to and not do good production quality of things like it's 15 years ago, and we're talking over a PowerPoint that's on my computer screen with a mic that has echo and no good audio and other things. It's just it was worth the $30 that I paid for it, is all I have to say. It was $30, and yeah. I'm definitely getting tired of being wrong. I can say that much. I've been wrong quite a few times in a row here lately. I'd like to win one. Especially since I lost on my birthday. That was great. You know, happy birthday. Here's the market. Woo! You know, only if I would have taken a long when I took the short, it would have been a wholly different story. I'd have been thinking everybody, pat me on the back. I'm such a genius. All the rest of that, you know. Bullish break, retest, up, VWAP. What are we going to do? $7 o'clock. Was there any data that came out at 7? I don't think so. No. All of it comes out at 7:30 my time, 8:30 Eastern. You got manufacturing, PPI, personal consumption. PPI, you know, remove the food. Obviously, there's nothing really going on with this Kevin Warsh talking to the Senate, because I think he talked to the Senate yesterday, didn't he? Presents monetary policy report to U.S. House. Okay, so he talked to the House yesterday, and then he'll talk to the Senate today. The Senate Banking Committee today. So nothing there to talk about. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through and hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe, sharing it out. You know, at least they can come and laugh at me about how I suck at trading. Show you at least what not to do, right? Don't follow me. This is not financial advice. I'm showing you what I am doing, and what I've been doing for at least a week has been wrong. This is what I come back to and check in and see how I'm doing, because I come back and watch what I have done and see how I could do any better. And sometimes I beat myself up. I don't know what I would have done any better here, because I definitely think this was a good trade. I definitely wouldn't have taken it here because we were above VWAP. But coming in and taking it at the VWAP tap below this, looking for the short, it seems right. Honestly. But sometimes what I feel is right is obviously not wrong, or is obviously wrong. There's gonna be a $1 gold coin with Trump's face on it. That's from Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent here. Interesting. Interesting. Well, guys, it's time for me to end my stream. And y'all, I guess, have a good day. Go over see Alex O. I'm gonna go get ready for my job today. Get out there and see some people. Y'all have a great day. That's an SFP of that. That looks like this is positive for the short, potentially, because this is an SFP of that range and come down. So could be good. That's another VWAP tap. That would have been a good place to re-enter if you got out. That is bearish divergence again, double top down. So y'all have a great day. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Are you still stuck with your big wireless? Overpaying? Are you locked in a contract? Were you buried in that fine print? Yeah, I thought so. Ditch your carrier. Switch to World Mobile today. We have no contracts, no early termination fees. We play no games. We have plans that start at just $15 a month. Bring your crew and you get a discount on top of that. Up to 4 lines or more, and you're saving 30% each line. Are you paying full price? I sure am not. I got my built-in VPN, my encrypted connectivity, my identity protection. Your old carrier, they give you excuses. We give you control. Stop funding the outdated networks. Own your own connection. World Mobile. Switch to the smarter network.